All right, my friend. So as we opened lower. Thankfully, that abundance card didn't end up being a problem. I didn't think it would, but it was a little troublesome because it could have been. And in any case, it didn't end up. We had this SATAT card right here at the open, which is that big decline. Um, and then this is really like abundance probably right here, guys. This little hop right here. It's 10, 11. Yeah, so we should see more decline, but I think there'll be some sort of change in trend direction. I think probably around 10:30 or 10:45, like a trend to the upside, and we'll create a peak there and then decline further in the 11 to 12 o'clock hour. Now I purchased the put yesterday. It was pretty risky. It was supposed to be a day trade. I was expecting that drop at the end of the day. Guys, look at this, by the way. Look at this. We had the drop at the end of the day. I hate it when they do this, guys. Do you see this move right here? After the market close, where all these suckers that can't trade in extended hours because they don't know enough about the market, they all got screwed. If they were looking for that short position, they weren't able to get it because the market makers made it happen outside of market hours for the majority of people anyways. But in any case, that's that move, guys. It brought us almost right back to the low, just shy of the low. But in any case, we ended up going lower today, so I'm glad that it happened after the move because I probably would have closed that day trade, right? I would have wasted a day trade, which I don't like to do day trades when it's pattern, when you're below the 20k. And I ended up with a more profitable trade. It was like a 75% gain here for like just in the midst of this drop here in the morning. And the reason why I exited out of it is because it was expiration 26 for tomorrow, so I wasn't going to take any chances. It was a really risky kind of like not the smartest play, but luckily it played off. Hey, Deduct. Hey, AV. So what I'm looking to do is right here in the midst, we have this peak here and then a decline into another low. Right? So we create a low, have a move out of it, creating a peak, and then another low. That what I just said takes place between 10 and 12, most likely. And then in the midst of that second low, I'll likely close out of my nearer term expiration options. And then at the end of the day, at that low, I'll probably close out of the remainder of my puts. Not that we won't see. I think we'll probably see the low again, maybe first thing in the morning tomorrow. Hard to say, but I think we'll probably see the low again tomorrow, right? We got the Ace of Cups, so it's likely that this Ace of Cups declines continues into tomorrow. And then we also have the Fool card. We've got the cross-reading congruency here. But I got a bunch of doctor's appointments later this week, so I'm not trying to mess around with trading while I've got to go to the doctor in the middle of a trading day. Oh, it's so frustrating. So my plan is to get out today. I think probably best bet is to get out today, and then if you want to keep playing the short end of the market, I would say look for another opportunity to get back in. You might get one at the end of the day because there is a high correlation here and a cross-reading congruency with this interference card. We have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. Also, right around 3 o'clock, there's a pretty big move to the upside to a peak or crest. But I would expect a little bit of a move to the upside here based on what the RSI is doing. And this ruin here, I don't like this ruin, guys. This ruin is not a good ruin to see. I mean, when it's in this position, it's in its reverse direction, right? Indicating like we're likely being misled at some point in here, which is what makes me think there's this move to the upside. That and the fact that we've got the Tower card, which is a decline off of a peak or a crest. So really, we'd need to see, or actually it's a decline off of a peak, I should say. We need to see some sort of peak created, and that requires some movement to the upside. I don't think it'll be for very long, but there'll be a little bit here. After that second low, there's a pretty big move higher midday to a key resistance level. And VDA the rest of the week. Guys, I'm getting ready to do January readings. I took SPC off of the list of monthlies because I won't be following SPC in 2024. Really, not from a day by day standpoint. In any case, I want to replace that ticker with something. And right now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be. Oh yikes! What was it going to be? Oh, MGM most likely. But if there's a ticker you guys are interested in me covering on a monthly basis, now would be a good time to let me know. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it's worth letting me know. All right, so rest of the week. There's a key resistance here in like the end of the third week, beginning of the fourth week of October here, and we have a sideways rotation. It looks like around that resistance, but off of it creates a peak here towards the end of the month of October, and then there's a notable decline on a 1 year chart scale here into November. Week, but day by day for the week. It's Wednesday, right? All right, so for the rest of the day, NVIDIA is a decline increasing with momentum. Thursday, we've got a notable move higher on a multi-day scale, successfully turning multi-day resistance into support. And then on Friday, pretty erratic chart behavior, a lot of price change. And it looks like it might be a move to the upside, but that would probably offer an opportunity to open up a short position at the end of the week. That's NVIDIA. Hey, it was luck. A proof. Holding strong Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Oops. Oops. Sometimes I forget what month it is because I'm working on like future months so much out of the day. I like forget. Start thinking in terms of that month. Right, Hermes? Are you a sleepy poo? Yeah, you're sleepy. Interesting. Yeah, wow. Well, I think that move's definitely off the table here. The one on the 24th, a trough with the big move out of it. We just went higher. I mean, we had a big move, but it wasn't out of a trough. It was just out of more moving higher. But that brought us to a highest high on the 24th as predicted, right? There was a highest high there. Prominent, and then we have a prominent peak today. Tomorrow, there's midday off of a peak. There should be a significant move to the downside. It may be midday or the end of the day, but there should be a notable reversal and like a mini failure, not like a major failure, like a mini failure. It'll be a sharp decline, like maybe something along these lines, right? Um, and that'll take us into a trough at the beginning of the day on the 27th. Huh. Okay, so I think this right here was actually indicating a low, and I have it as a high, but it looks like it was indicating a low, right? The 12th was a low, right? And this happens right below the low. So that's going to put us on to the downside, I think, on the 28th. And this is probably indicating a low here on the 12th. Interesting. Definitely read that wrong. But with that said, there should be like a notable trough here at the beginning of the day on the 27th, and then probably an even more prominent one on the 28th. Right? Because the overall theme, remember, guys, for the month of October, it's a period of volatility and a sharp drop that stands out in that period of volatility, but it's crossed with a notable rally standing out on a multi day scale. And that rally offers an opportunity to open up a short position or take profits on a long position. That's important to remember. That's like the overall trend. So we've got this volatility, right? October started here, volatility, sharp drop standing out in volatility, and then this big move on a multi-day scale that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. So I wouldn't be like trying to chase this high. It's possible we go a little higher, but I wouldn't be chasing the gains because we're going to top off here. Yeah, see, we've got peaks. We've got peaks here at the end of the month of October. And technically, this was a new high here on the 24th. You could have opened up a short position in the midst of that and closed it the next morning, right at that trough. Oh, sorry, this was it. But same thing at the high, open it, close it the next morning at a trough, and then we see more movement to the upside here into the 26, where we should have like a notable. I think we'll probably see a pretty sharp decline, at least by the second half of tomorrow. Will SPY go lower than 418? Yeah, so right here, right around now, we should see this little bit of a move to the upside. And if we don't see a little move to the upside, that would be an indication that this is a very strong downtrend day. That's another thing that you can read. So when you're reading the cards, guys, obviously you're looking for what the cards tell you, like the cards appearing, what they tell you. But it's also helpful. Often you'll find it helpful to think about what's not been said, because it's all intentional. And so like every aspect means something. So if you have a day, even when things don't go as according to plan, it can mean something. If you have like a pretty bearish theme card, and the bullish cards in the deck are not showing nearly the moves that the bullish cards would normally show. Like right here, the abundance card did not show any sort of like really move to the upside and then back down. This right here was the abundance card, guys. Very, very, very mild bullish behavior, and that's indicative of a very bearish downtrend, and vice versa. If you had bearish cards on a bullish theme card day, and the bearish cards aren't really doing it, holding any weight, that would be indicative of a very bullish day. And you can see we're going lower here. That's pretty strong indication this is a very bearish day, guys, because we didn't have any sort of move back up here. We're just going lower. I'm looking at the put that I sold here, that really risky put that I got out of. Even though I knew we were going lower today, I wanted to get out of it as soon as possible for a profit because its expiration was tomorrow. Very, very, very risky. It's a 423 put expiring tomorrow. I sold it at $4.12, and even at this point, I've only left $16 on the table for that trade. So you can see, like, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, my friends. 418 for SPY. I think we probably go past 418. I don't really think we need to. I mean, I'll ask, but pretty confident we go below 418. Yeah, I got a yes for that. Now, it's important to remember, guys, it's an Ace of Cups day. Ace of Cups is a take profits on the short positions, or even more so, it's open up long positions in the midst of a decline. Ace of Discs is very take profits. Princess of Discs is very take profits. Right, and we revisit a crest tomorrow in the midst of erratic behavior back and forth. However, I will say that the Five of Cups today is actually a cross-reading congruency, so that puts us on track as far as we see this pleasure card energy here on the 25th. The failure card energy we see here on the 25th. We see it again on the 26th. We see it on the 30th. Seven of Cups also cross-reading congruency with the pleasure card, or correlation, not congruency. You're welcome, AV. What will be the reaction to FOMC meeting on November 2nd? Guys, so this November monthly, if you had early access, you were able to see this as early as October 1st. And then if you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, and you've signed up for the free mailing list, you get the 1 month S&P 500 monthly prediction emailed to you every month by the first week, by the end of the first week of the month. The way that you sign up for that free mailing list, on our homepage, tarotfortraders.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. Right here, sign up for our newsletter and receive the S&P 500 monthly before basically anybody except early access. Everybody else has got to wait till the 21st of the month to get the next week's the next month's prediction. So you'd have to wait till October 21st to get the November prediction. All right, so FOMC on the 2nd. It looks pretty mixed on the 2nd, and then we open higher with the breakout on Monday morning. Or is that Friday? That's Friday morning. We open up with a breakout on Friday morning, and there should be a pretty notable cash out opportunity there, closing out a long position and opening up a short position. Yeah, it looks like a mixed reaction eventually to the downside. You're welcome, Proof. Any chance Tesla will drop further today? Probably. Let's take a look. By the way, all December readings should be up by the end of the evening for people with early access or who have subscription. They'll get the full. You don't get the full version of the monthlies unless you have a subscription, but you still get the early access to the public version as early as tonight if you've got early access. October. Wow, my neighbor upstairs is being so noisy today. Oh, so here's that little bit of a bump to the upside. What is it, 10:30? Oh, that's right on time. Okay, so that's that bump I'm talking about to the upside. We'll probably go a little bit higher here. Hey, Hermes. Tesla. Maybe not today, but tomorrow looks like a pretty heavy decline day. So today's like sideways rotation, which is kind of what's going on here. You're seeing this sidewaysy behavior, but it does end with a fast sudden move higher. I'd probably put on, if I was going to trade Tesla right now, I would probably put on a partial short here. And then tomorrow morning, if we open up at a peak or near the same price levels of the highs of today, I would complete that short position before a decline there. I'd want to exit on the 26th when we have sideways rotational and key support on the 1-day scale. That would form after multiple decline through multiple support levels. Which of these Bitcoin mining stocks are strongest, and is best time to enter nowish? That's a good question for a short. Hermes, why are you trying to hide by my microphone? You trying to block off my sound, boy? On this side, buddy bear. Which of these Bitcoin mining stocks are the strongest? SDIG, BITF, BTBT. All right, let's see. SDIG, BITF, BTBT. I would go with the first one, SDIG. Got the success card for that. And is now a good time to enter, or nowish a good time to enter? By nowish, we're talking October 25th, 10:36 p.m. or a.m. Eastern time. Yes or no? Good time to enter? I got a yes for that. I would look for a key technical price level on a multi-day scale at least, probably like a 1-year scale as an entry point. Whoa, several exchanges are not showing options price moving. What in the heck? Wow. Wow, that's going to scare the pants off some people, guys. There's funny business going on in the options market. Oy. Matter of fact, matter of fact, that could easily be what this ruin is. I would expect us to move significantly lower in the midst, like when the options market starts moving again. That's what I would expect. I've been around for trading through so many of like the craziest scenarios, like the flash crash. I was there. I exited the market right before the crash. Perfect timing. Oops. Wow. So what the heck? Did we get like hacked by Russia or something? Killing it on those options right now. What in the hell? Yeah, the duck is probably right. There's going to be a big drop here, guys. Based on it being frozen, I would expect a pretty big drop. If I want to see all the high-tech stocks and SPX monthly and daily predictions, which service should I subscribe? Well, SPX you've got. We do that for free, Andrea Liu. Welcome, by the way. But as far as all the other ones, what you want to do is go to our website, Tarot for Traders. And then under our services, SO Meta Posts, scroll down to monthly subscription, click here to order. And you want to click on the 30 days access to all paid monthly predictions. That'll give you access to the paid version of all of these tickers, plus Amazon and Google. And if there's any one-offs that we do, they would be in there as well. Our most popular subscription really helps support the channel, guys. The people who subscribe to the monthlies are providing not just financial support but also peace of mind for the channel, because being able to see ahead of time what you're projected to bring in the following month is a very helpful tool for business purposes, guys. Imagine the difference between every day wondering where you were going to get the money to eat your next meal versus already knowing ahead of time when the next purchase is coming in. Big difference in lifestyle, am I right? So the monthlies are a really great way to support the channel, and we definitely know the names of everybody that has subscribed to a monthly. Thanks for your question. Thanks for your interest, Andrea. Markets are back, it looks like. Yeah, big move higher. And this will turn around, guys. This is going to turn around. That big move higher is because all the funny business that was just going on. Sorry, guys. Oh, appreciate it. It was luck. Excuse me. When will Microsoft drop? Don't have much to work with on Microsoft. That's another one that I was thinking about picking up. I'm only picking up one ticker to replace SPC. So it'll either be Microsoft, NVIDIA, or MGM. Feel free to chime in if you're interested in one of those over the others. It's got to load this one. All right, well, what is it now? It's 10:43. So Microsoft for the remainder of the day today is mixed. Tomorrow, a big move higher. Friday, sideways S formation within a decline. Probably gap down Monday morning. All right. Only thing is, guys, MGM. I predicted 2 years ago MGM would be the stock you want to own. Like from the year 2000 to 2010, you wanted to own Apple, or was it 2010 to 2020? One of those two. But like, you know, it was like the Apple of that decade. MGM's supposed to be the Apple of 2020 to 2029. So I would definitely keep an eye on MGM. It's like supposed to be one of the best, if not the best performer out of all the stocks for that 10-year period. All right, so hard to say deduct as far as Microsoft, because I don't really have much on Microsoft. Probably gap down over the weekend though. As far as the members, that's a separate thing, Andrea. So the afternoon ones from 3 to 4 o'clock are going to stay basically open, public, free. The morning ones probably next week will transition to a YouTube membership, which next week or the following week we'll probably do that. And let me find my channel. Why won't it go over there? What the heck? Oh, Hermes, why are you in my face? Why are you in my face, Hermes? So, for the morning sessions or random timed lives, when we start doing those for pay, that'll be the premium supporter here. And then the other way that you could do it if you wanted, but YouTube takes 30% of the income from anything that you guys sign up here. Just so you know, the Investors Profit Court will also get you access to all of the paid monthlies. And it gives you premium supporter as well. But just so you know, I get 30% less income if you do the Investors Profit Court rather than going to the website and doing the all paid. Maybe I'll do a poll. I'll probably do a poll, guys. And that's another thing. So the people who have the stars next to their name, when we do polls, it's the people with the stars next to their name that will be able to really put in their 2 cents as far as the polls are concerned. And you get the star next to your name simply by doing the $50 supporter. It's really just the star next to your name, but it shows your support, and people with the star next to their name, they get their answers, they get their questions answered priority, provided that it's a public one. Oops. All right, my friends, I'm gonna roll with that. So what I'm looking for, we should see a pretty big decline. Actually, any moment now, we should see a turnaround here, and a pretty significant decline. See this right here? This ruin is warning of being misled, and you can see what happened right here at 10:30. This is roughly the 10:30 point on the board. Right here at 10:30, we have this move to the upside. Right, we're being misled right now. There should be off of a peak, not a crest. So we shouldn't see like a very like long flattened out top. We should see a sharp peak and a decline off of it, which is why I say probably relatively soon. We might hit the upper end of the RSI, but we are pretty darn close to the upper end, like comparatively speaking. So a decline into a lowest low around 12 o'clock before a big move higher. And that's where I'd probably exit out of my puts that are expiring on the 30th. End of day, I'm going to close out of the put that expires on the 1st of November. And then I'm out for a little bit. I won't be trading for a little bit again. I just didn't want to miss out on the opportunities here. Basically made back all of the loss that I took on SPC throughout the year. I split the SPC position in half, giving me $600 cash. And I basically recouped all of the year's loss on SPC by doing that. I still own SPC, to be clear, or my parents do, anyways. Is SDIG stronger than Mara and Riot for bull run? Yes, definitely. There's a clear difference. Mara's actually going to be bearish. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. There's plenty of people making money here today, guys. Don't be one of those people asking tons of trade questions and then not following through on the rule of karma. I've banned people for that, to be clear. I gave them plenty of opportunity to change their behavior, and they didn't. And they're gone now, guys, banned from the website and from YouTube. So way that you follow through on the rule of karma, 5% of the profits should be donated forward to one of these charities that effectively transmutes competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. That's the whole purpose of the channel, my friends. So make sure to follow through on that. I'm not doing this free work for no reason, you know. And then 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel to help support the channel and keep us putting out content. You can do that through any of the links here. That leaves you with 90% of the money. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules, my friends, you're an angel investor of the channel. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel. I'll see you guys later today at 3 p.m. Good luck.